Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and today I think I'm finally going to be able to make a guide about breeding an OT shiny in PokeMMO. Now, the purpose of this is to breed up the IVs, maybe make it closer to being a competitive shiny or making it even a utility shiny, and keeping the OT. That is the most important thing throughout this process. That's something I'll be teaching you guys today. You do not want to ever lose an OT on a shiny because it's a very valuable thing. It's very difficult to get OT shinies. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, first things first, what do you need to do this? Now, obviously, you need an OT shiny, and then other than that, you do just need a decent amount of money. It could be a ton of money, 1 mil, it could be 2 mil or so, it could be 5 mil, 10 mil. It totally depends on what you're trying to breed, what IVs you're trying to get. It could be up to 30 mil or so if you're trying to breed up to like a 4 times or 5 times 30, or something really, really nice, right? But let's go ahead and talk about the first breed that I have here today, which is actually the more complicated one. Let's go ahead and talk about the male OT shiny breed. So there's two different types of breeds. They're either working with a male OT shiny breed or a female OT shiny breed, and I have two examples I'll be showing you here today. So first things first, with the male OT shiny breed, you have two options. You can either breed this thing with a female of the same species that you buy off the GTL. So that means you have to breed this thing with either a shiny Ponyta or a shiny Rapidash that you buy off the GTL that's non-OT to keep it your OT. Or you could buy a Ditto. Now, you always want to avoid Ditto if possible, since Dittos are obviously really expensive. Shiny Dittos usually go for around 7 to 8 mil or so base price. So you always want to avoid that if possible. I'll show you guys. Yeah, around 5.8, 6 mil for the very, very cheapest of Dittos. So you definitely want to avoid that if possible. Thankfully, I have a Rapidash here, so I can actually breed this for decently cheap since Rapidash is a pretty cheap shiny. However, if you happen to have something like a male shiny Eevee, now that is something that you are going to have to get a Ditto for 100%, or some sort of rare shiny, or a Bagon or something like that. If you have a male shiny like that, you absolutely have to get a shiny Ditto, and then whenever you breed that shiny Pokemon from there on out, always pay the 20k or whatever it may be to make it female. It's always going to be worth it. It's always going to save you a ton of money. But let's go ahead and look at this Rapidash breed. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the GTL. I'll show you guys how I look for a shiny breeder. Or I'm going to keep this breed really simple. I do just want 31 speed. I'm not going to worry about any of the other IVs for the time being because I just want to make sure this thing has the 2 IVs required. We'll randomly roll some natures here and there. We'll keep this video nice and simple. I'm looking for female shiny speed 31. Let's go ahead and sort, and then I'm also going to go ahead and type in Rapidash, of course, because this has to be a Rapidash. You can only breed this thing with a Rapidash or a Ponyta. However, I can go ahead and check Ponyta really quick. However, I'm going to warn you guys, yeah, 5.2 mil. The cheapest Ponyta is most likely always going to be more expensive than the cheapest Rapidash. So I'm going to go ahead and just straight up buy this Rapidash for 1.7 mil. Not the cheapest thing in the world, but I've been wanting to breed this thing for a while. Now, from this point on, it's pretty much like any other breed. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 2 braces that I need. If you aren't familiar with typical breeding, I would go ahead and check out my ultimate breeding guide, which I do have linked on my channel. Go ahead and add this to the Rapidash we just bought, the attack brace over to my OT shiny Rapidash, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in the actual daycare man. So here we go. We have the non-OT Rapidash, the female on the left side, the male on the right side, and then you can see, you can always check and always double check this. Do you see how it's coming out my OT and there's no star? If there is a star there on a shiny breed, please just don't breed. Don't do it. Don't ever click that button. If you see the stars there, don't you ever do it. It's never worth losing an OT shiny. Now, it is also important to note that with a lot of shiny breeding, you actually have a higher chance of getting a better roll, but there's also a better chance of getting a lower roll. It's always 50-50, so you can actually see, usually when breeding, there is a like 60%, I believe, yeah, 60% chance of the medium roll happening, and then a 20% chance of the low roll happening, and a 20% chance of the high roll. However, with shiny breeding, it's a lot more high risk, high reward. It's a 50-50 for either low roll or high roll. That's it. There's no medium roll when breeding IVs for shiny Pokemon, so it's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and click breed. We'll go ahead and get this egg hatching. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I pay the extra 5k to make it female. It's definitely worth it no matter what shiny Pokemon you have. The only time you might want to not pay the 5k or whatever to make it female is if you're buying non-OTs off the GTL just to breed an unknown OT shiny just to sell for profit. That might be the only time you probably want to pay for male to sell it as a breeder, but it can depend in any case. 99.9% of the time, you're going to want it to come out female. Make sure you pay for that female OT. Now, if it isn't clear enough already, the female decides the species when breeding in Pokemon, or in PokeMMO at all, or in Pokemon at all. But the most important thing is that in PokeMMO, and why this system, I guess, seems so complicated, is that they made it so it is absolutely impossible for you to fudge an OT shiny. And what I mean by that is, it is impossible for you to create a Bagon OT shiny out of thin air by just buying shinies off the GTL. They don't want you to be able to buy a Bagon, rebreed it with like an OT Ditto or with some sort of other, Dragon OT that you have, and then rebreed it into an OT shiny Bagon because you didn't get that Bagon. The PokeMMO system is very, very good about, if you have an OT shiny in your possession, that means that you at one point either caught that shiny in the wild or bred it randomly and got very, very lucky, or hunted for it. So it's very important to understand that it is impossible to fudge an OT in PokeMMO. OTs are very, very sacred, very special. They're very, very cool, and it's a great sign of a flex, a very sign of wealth and time and effort, and love put into a shiny. Let's go ahead and cover the next breed. So this is going to be the female OT. So I have a female shiny Celio here today. I'm going to be looking to smooth out the IVs a bit. I think I actually did go ahead and find a nice breeder for this on the GTL. So let's see if I can go ahead and show it to you guys. But the search for this is going to be much, much different. So here, I'm actually looking for a male breeder of the same age group. I don't have to look for a Spheal shiny to breed this with. I don't have to look for a Ditto. I can actually look for any water A or field A group Pokemon, which usually, well, pretty much always makes breeding a female shiny way cheaper, pretty much all the time. It's pretty fantastic. I was able to actually scout out this Rattata ahead of time, which I definitely want to go ahead and purchase. Really, really nice Rattata. 31 HP, which would be nice. 30 plus defense. Really going to bring up a lot of the IVs. If the defense and special defense high roll, I could pretty much just be done with this Pokemon. I'd have to have a lot of things happen, I guess, but I'm going to go ahead and buy this Rattata. Really happy. Really happy with the IVs on this thing. I'm going to go ahead and go grab an HP brace and an attack brace, and we'll see how the rolls go. Alright, so here's what it looks like. You can see the left side, I have the unknown OT Rattata. On the right side, I have my female OT Patrouski Celio. And you can see in the center, it is coming out OT Patrouski. 31 HP, 31 attack. The defense should hopefully we see a high roll there. Hopefully we see a high roll on special defense. The defenses are the main thing I care about here, and I don't really care about speed or special attack too much. So we'll see how this breed comes out, and hopefully this was a good example. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I think the most important thing with all of this, pay for the female, most important thing is just always make sure you're not losing your OT. That's the most important thing with these breeds. And as a quick TLDR, once again, if you have a male shiny, you have to breed it with a female of the same species off the GTL or a Ditto. And then if you have a female, you're allowed to breed it with a male of the same age group entirely. So you have a lot more options. It's a lot cheaper. Our Ponyta did hatch, but let's go ahead and wait until our Spheal hatches, and I'll reveal them both to you guys at once. So I'll see you guys with the final reveal of the video. Hopefully this video was helpful, though. Hopefully it was great guide. I've been waiting on making it for a very long time because I wanted to give a lot of visual guides and really show you guys what it looks like and how to not make these mistakes. So I really do hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content, check out the Discord link down below, and maybe check out my streams here Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's it for the YouTube spiel. I'm going to see you guys with these hatches, and we'll show off some really nice IV shinies. Alright, this Spheal just hatched. Here is the reveal. I don't think I was really hoping for much, I guess, besides a good nature roll on the Ponyta. The nature roll is fine. It's definitely not bad. I mean, it's whatever. I'll take it. Careful. Not great. Not good. It's whatever. 2x31, just a pretty simple shiny. Really nice follower sprite. Let's go ahead and check this Spheal. Now, this is some things. A lot of things could roll here. Adamant Nature is actually quite good. 31-31. Low roll on the special defense, but we low rolled on both. That's super unfortunate, not gonna lie. Low roll on the defense and low roll on the special defense. A little unfortunate, but hey man, it's a beautiful little Spheal. So you know what? I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got some great shinies today. Have a good one. Good luck on your guys' shiny hunts, and good luck on your breeds. Hopefully you guys hit those 50% rolls, and shout out to Senzel here. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you later. Peace. Thanks for watching until the end of the video, and if your name is on this list, thank you again. I really appreciate you guys watching my content, and I really appreciate you going above and beyond and supporting my content via YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, subs, etc., etc. Thank you guys once again, and just have a great day.